What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy. Something. Hit the keys. And in today's video, I've got 5 free plugins that are gonna get you right to start the new year off. And I've got a giveaway from DigiNoise that you don't want to miss. Make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. But with no further delay, let's get right into the video. Some, hit the key. All right, guys, so for the giveaway, we are going to be giving away 5 different bundles from DigiNoise. So we're going to be giving away 3 plugins in each one of those bundles. The first plugin in that bundle is going to be Distiller. So I don't know if you guys saw the video that I did a couple weeks ago, but if I would have received this plugin before I did my top 10 plugins of 2022, this right here would have been there. This is a fire distortion and filter plugin. It's just super solid. You can do all kinds of modulation, get all kinds of movement, very solid plugin. We're also going to be giving away, 5 copies of Subdivine, which is a really good sub/808 plugin. It's got hundreds of different presets. You can use this for any genre that you're doing. Very solid bass sounds. Again, I've done a review on this, card in the corner. And then the last thing we're going to give away in that bundle is going to be Hat Tricks, which is another solid plugin. It is a hi-hat sequencing plugin, has some really clean and really solid hi-hats and snare sounds in here. That's what I really liked about this plugin when I did it. But altogether, this is about a $90 total. We're going to be giving away 5 of those, so about $450 worth of giveaway. Go ahead and stick with me till the end of the video. You guys already know what it is, and I'll let you know how you can enter. So now it's the time that you guys have all been waiting for. It's time to get to these plugins. So the first plugin that I have for you guys is only going to be free for a limited time only. So it is only going to be free until January 6th. January 6th is also my birthday, so make sure y'all get this. I guess I'm going to say it's a birthday present from me to y'all. But it's called Polyscape by Karani Sounds. When you open up Polyscape, it is going to look like this. You will need Contact for this, the full Contact player for this one, but this plugin is absolutely solid. It is good for like strings, it's good for pads, it's good for like old school retro sounds. We're gonna might as well call this video today retro version of free plugins because everything is retro. So with this though, this is the initialized preset. So super solid, but what makes this very nice is that you can layer different sounds together. So right there is just one layer, but I can do stuff like I can add, let's say we want to go add this VHS, right? I like the sound. All right, so in order to turn it on, boom, you're gonna have to click this. You're also going to have to come over here into the main because what's nice about this is that you can blend in each side. So you can blend in the left 2 sides with the right 2 sides or the bottom with the top, so on and so forth. Very nice feature. So now we'll come back over here. We're going to listen to what that string sounded like by himself again real quick. So they sounded like this, right? And we have this VHS sound now that we're gonna add to it. And the VHS sound by itself sounds like this, right? Okay. So now what we can do is we can start doing crazy stuff like blending this together. And I know obviously you can layer sounds and plugins, but this right here is what makes Polyscape so fire, is this right here. You have different layers. And on these layers, you have different effects. So on this layer right here, you have volume, attack, release. Right here, you're gonna have 2 different EQ curves, and you're also gonna have a low pass, a high pass filter. Then you have your reverb right here, right? So, you can crank this up a little bit, but now what makes it special is this pulse over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and mute this again real quick. Now, as I push down on the keys, you hear this sound. Right? So, nice sounding little strings. But now once we turn this pulse on, we can get it to sound like this. So you can hear all that movement in there. You got different time signatures in which you can make a pulse to as well. So that's super fire, and you can change the intensity to make it super intense or not. We're gonna leave it at 8. Now, the reason why I wanted to stress that for a moment is because you can do that with all the sounds. Like you can get different gating times, all kinds of different stuff to get your sound to evolve and do all kinds of stuff. Now let's turn this VHS back on. And what I want to do is I want to come back over here and I want to turn down the volume on the strings a little bit because I want that to be the secondary sound. And now this is kind of what we have. You know what I'm saying? We got a completely different sound. We can turn that back up if we wanted that to be a little bit louder. Just super, super solid. And there's just a bunch of good sounds in here. That's what I like about this, you know? We can add something else, another layer over here. Let's just go ahead and add this DX piano right here and see what we got. All right, so again, it's just adding so much character and so much life to it. So I used a few instances of Polyscape on this beat that I was constructing. I used like 5 instances of it. So it kind of sounds like this. Again, I'm gonna link my previous review to this as well, so you guys can check that, where I went through more of the sounds and all that other stuff. But this is kind of some of the sounds that I use for this beat. So as you can see, this is perfect for synthwave, really any kind of electric music, really any genre, but very solid plugin. I definitely recommend checking this one out. You already know how I feel about Karani Sounds. I rock with them sincerely. I love their products and they're good people. So I recommend checking this one out. All right, guys, and the second free plugin that I have for you guys today comes from the good people over at Electronic Sound Lab. It's called Retroverse Light. When you open up Retroverse Light, it is going to look like this. Looking like straight 80s, straight Miami. You click on that, boom, bam. It's got a few presets in here. So it's just gonna only have a few presets for you, but they're all straight, you know. You know what I'm saying? So it sounds like some straight 80s sounds. But then it also has a bunch of like basses and stuff that I like as well. They sound like this. Sorry, there's kind of a latency on my keyboard right now. Whenever I record videos, for some odd reason, there's always a latency whenever I open up Streamlabs. So it kind of throws me off there a little bit. But it's just got a bunch of cool stuff, you know, synth stuff, drums, all that other stuff, you know, so you get a little drum kit, all that stuff. But not a bad little retro plugin. If you like making synthwave and stuff like that, this is just another one that you can add to your collection. And then real quick, this is what I use from Retroverse in the beat. So those are the sounds that I kind of use for that. All right, guys, the third free plugin that I have for you guys today comes from Sample Science, and it's called Takeo Drums. So when you open up Takeo Drums, it's gonna look like this. It is just one simple drum, but it's a fire drum. And the drum sounds like this. So it reminds me of that old school, what was it, Nike commercial where they're playing basketball in the gym and all you hear is the sneakers and everything. Okay, I know I'm old. But this is cool because you can use this to build suspense in a beat. What I like is it's got distortion, it's got drive, width, all that other stuff in here as well. Basically on this beat, I use this in 2 different spots. So I use the Takeo Drums right here at the beginning of the beat, and then I also use it right here before I have the chorus come back in. And so basically the chorus would come back in, it would build some suspense. I'll just play that this beginning part real quick so you can hear what it sounds like. But this is what it sounded like before I put the Takeo Drums on there. Right? So it sounds all right, a little intro. But then once I threw the drums on there though, it made it a little more suspenseful. You know what I'm saying? So then boom, when it transitioned into the song, it just made it super nice. I feel like this drum would be good for like any kind of like drill beats where you're like building up suspense, any kind of battle beats, any kind of war beats, anything like that. This is that drum that you've been looking for. With this though, I will say this, you're gonna get reverb on it. So it only has 3 different versions. So this dry version, it's gonna have a little bit of reverb on there as well. For me, I like it. But then the reverse didn't work for me, you know? Like I'm holding it down, it ain't working for me. So it is what it is. You get 2 sounds, a reverb drum and one that's not reverb, but it's a solid drum. All right, guys, in the 4th free plugin that I have for you guys today, I'm sure all of you guys already know about it. It's the Filter MS-20 by Arturia. When you open up Filter MS-20, it looks like this. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I wasn't even gonna necessarily cover this because I was underwhelmed by this freebie. It's all right and it's cool. It may not be fair because I just got Distiller and this is like, Distiller is everything that this plugin wants to be. So it's not a bad plugin. You can do a lot with it. I used it in the beat to get myself some different tones. So I basically used it right here. So I'll play this part real quick, but I basically used it right here to switch up one of the sounds. So it was to switch up this sound right here. So the filter did that effect to it, which was pretty cool. But when we hop back into that sound, this is actually what that sound sounded like without the Filter MS-20 on there. So obviously it's a filter, it's gonna be able to do some cool stuff, and it's distortion, so it's gonna be able to do cool stuff. It's only gonna be free until January 2nd. I would recommend scooping it up because it's Arturia, they make good stuff, and you'll ultimately later on in life be able to probably cross-grade this to get a discount on something else. So again, you know, they got different presets and all this other stuff. You can move these 2 back and forth. I do like that though. So as you can see, you can do a bunch with it. So I don't want to be sounding negative because I typically don't be, you know, super negative in my reviews. Arturia makes some great stuff and I absolutely love Arturia. Arturia is one of my favorite companies. I mean, I have so many Arturia plugins. I have a Micro Freak. I mean, I have an Arturia Keylab. I love Arturia. I was just underwhelmed by the freebie this year, especially when last year they gave us Tape Mellify, and Tape Mellify was an absolute banger. I just feel like this one it's good, but I wanted a little bit more. I still love y'all though, Arturia. All right, guys, and the 5th free plugin that I have for you guys today is a gem of a plugin. It's called Trap Drive and it's by DigiNoise. So when you check out Trap Drive, it is going to look like this. This used to be a paid plugin, but now it is permanently free. And this is just a distortion plugin with a few different distortion types, really easy to use. If you've been following this channel for a while, you've seen this plugin on my channel because this used to be my main distortion plugin. It's maybe not so much anymore, but I still do use it all the time because you can get some unique sounds with it. So I basically use this on a few different instances in this beat. I use it on this bass, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn off Trap Drive, and this is what the beat sounded like before I threw Trap Drive on that bass. So you can hear immediately, it gave it some more oomph, it gave it a little bit of distortion, all that stuff. So again, this is what that bass sounded like before I threw Trap Drive on there. Now with Trap Drive. So obviously it's giving it a little more gain, it's giving it a little more boost. I also use Trap Drive on some other things in this beat. So I used it on this vocal on Arcade. Obviously you guys can hear it in that vocal. But ultimately, this is what the vocal sounded like before I threw Trap Drive on there. And then once I got some Trap Drive on there, I got it to sound like this. Super fire. And then I also used it on this little frog noise. So this little frog noise sounded like this. It was like what I was following the bass with. It sounded like this. Now, once I throw a trap drive on there though, it sounds like this. So this is a very solid plugin. You can use it on everything. You can use it on your drums, your vocals, your 808s, your basses, your pianos, your synthesizers. You can use it on whatever it is that you want to use it on. So I guess now it's the time that you guys have all been waiting for though. So basically I'm gonna do this giveaway how I did the last giveaway, and I'm just gonna do it through Gleam because it's just easier that way, because then I get the email information, then I can just send you your prizes. I don't have to hunt nobody down through YouTube, all that other stuff. I just want to get you guys the prizes. So in order to win the prizes, you're just gonna have to follow the link below. There's gonna be 4 different ways that you can win. So you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can subscribe to my Instagram, you can subscribe to my Twitter, and I'll have all that down below. And then you'll also be able to enter. I'll make a post on my Instagram, and if you tag a couple friends, that'll give you another entry as well. So all the plugins are fire. Again, it's a very solid bundle. I definitely want to send a very special shout out to DigiNoise for partnering with me on that giveaway. But make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
All right, guys and gals, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe and like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so every time a new video comes out, you can be the first to know. Let me know what tutorials you want to see next in the comments, and see you next time.
Some, hit the key.